Hello, I am Minecraft Phenom 08, and this is episode 20 of my Billionaire Minecraft series where I will collect 1 billion iron ingots, gold ingots, diamonds, and emeralds using the All the Mods 6 mod pack in modded Minecraft 1.16. In today's episode, I'm actually going to be working in my old base. I am going to make a system that will be able to produce soul lava, and then I'm going to produce some upgraded tools that I will need in the future from Tinker's Construct. So let's get started. So the first thing today is that I can actually produce soul lava. Soul lava is something that is needed to produce the highest tier tools in Tinker's Construct in the All the Mods 6 mod pack. And so let's take a look at how we can do that. So soul lava can be produced by alloying blazing blood with liquid soul, which you can get liquid soul from melting down soul soil or soul sand. So that's really useful. And to get blazing blood, what we can do is we can actually damage blazes in a smeltery, and that's kind of how I'm going to get started today. So I need to build a new smeltery. I'm not going to be using this one over here. I'm going to build a much bigger one that is basically going to be dedicated to making, to killing blazes and to making that soul or the blazing blood. So let's go ahead and find a location for where I can put this. And I actually want to put this, I think, somewhere right here. And what I'm actually going to do is I'm going to take this blaze spawner and I'm going to upgrade it considerably. So if we take a look at the statistics right now, it's an okay spawner. It's just run-of-the-mill spawner that I found in the nether. And so what we're going to do is I'm actually going to place it down here in the middle of this. And I do want to upgrade this several ways. So let's get a redstone repeater. Oh, my bad. Oh, sorry, I need a comparator, don't I? So, sorry about that. Let me run back to my main base real fast and get a comparator. For whatever reason, I thought I needed a repeater. I need a comparator to upgrade it how I want. So let's just make one of those real fast. There we go. I will automate that in my MA system at some point. But now that we're back at my old base here, let's go ahead and upgrade that. So what this repeater will do is it will actually upgrade the spawner so that it will only turn on when it is given redstone signal. And we can actually take a look at what upgrades we can do to this spawner. And I always spell it wrong. By right-clicking on spawner, and what we can see here is that sugar will reduce the minimum delay, clocks will reduce the maximum delay, fermented spider eyes will increase the spawn count. As you can see, it goes from 4 to 5, and then there are some other things that we can do as well. We could ignore the spawn conditions. I'm not going to do that today because I don't need a whole lot of blazing blood, and this system should produce quite a bit. But the upgrade I have already applied basically just enables redstone control. So what we're going to do now is I'm going to set up a system so that I can actually give that redstone signal. And I think if I put a lever right here, and actually that's probably not going to work. Oh, sorry, I meant to flip the lever. Yeah, that doesn't work. I think if I place this one down. Okay, that doesn't work either. Maybe if I actually, let's try one more thing here. Do this and then put a repeater in. Yes, that works. So that's kind of the system. I'm going to have to be able to toggle it on and off. And actually, I need to get rid of these torches for right now because what I want to do down here is I want to actually put a bunch of stone down here. Or actually, I'm going to use dirt so that blazes can't actually spawn here. So let's do that real fast, and then what I'm going to do is I'm going to build a smeltery on top of that spawner so that hopefully, or the theory is going to be anyways, that the blazes can only spawn inside the smeltery and therefore will all be killed by the smeltery and will produce blazing blood. So this smeltery needs to be rather big because I think the radius of the spawner is set to be 4. So let's go ahead and grab what we need for the smeltery. I actually put my smeltery bricks over here, but I do have, I believe, what should be enough to do this. So smelteries are multi-block structures, and I believe they can be as big as 7 by 7 as in their base. So that's what I'm going to be building here right now, is a smeltery with the base of 7 by 7. And now my spawner is underneath this smeltery. And okay, so the outside of the smeltery actually needs to be around the edge, and you don't need to fill in the corners. So if you want to build a smeltery as big as this one, you can just kind of follow this guide here and just kind of do the same thing here. What I should have done is I should have brought my wand along, but I did not do that. But that's going to be okay. So let me put the controller right here. And I'm actually going to break that for right now. I'm actually going to put my tank there, but I'm not going to do that just yet because I do not want the smeltery to be active just yet. So let's, and actually I want this to be one taller, I think. So, and then on top of the smeltery, I'm actually going to put like a cover on it so that the blazes can't get out. I'm going to be kind of cruel to these little blazes, and they just won't have anywhere to go other than to just meet their demise in the smeltery. So I should have enough blocks here. And I actually should have a few left over because I actually do want to increase the size of my old smeltery. Just make it one taller so that it can hold more materials. It'll just be a little bit more useful that way. Okay, so it's not active yet because it is not complete structure just yet. But what I'm going to do is place a tank right here, and it should become active. So as you can see, the smeltery can hold a lot of things, and it can hold 1,500 ingots, which is kind of insane. It's much more than I need. So on the side here, I actually want to place 2 seared drains. So I'm going to place one seared drain right here, and then the other one over here. And then underneath the seared drains, I'm going to place a casting table and then a casting basin. I don't think I will be using the casting basin, to be honest, but I don't know that. So I do need to put faucets on here, or seared faucets, so that I can pour the materials out. And okay, so I have soul sand and soul soil, and I actually got those through a void miner in the nether. So what I think I can do is, actually I don't want to turn that on just yet because I do want to cover this up. So I do have some stone here, and I'm just going to simply build a cover here. And I should have brought along a wand. I didn't do that. I don't know why. Because a builder's wand would make this a little bit quicker. But it shouldn't take but just a minute here to do without, so it's not that big of a deal. And also another thing that this cover will do is it will provide darkness for that spawner to operate inside of the smeltery here. So I'm not 100% sure that blazes will be able to spawn here because I haven't tested this system out and I've never done this before. But I think they should be able to spawn in there. I don't see any reason why they wouldn't be able to, but there's a chance that they will not want to spawn. So I didn't actually grab enough stone, and that's kind of unfortunate. I do have more stone in here though, so I can just grab some of that. Should have a bunch of stone right here. So let's grab a couple stacks, even though I don't only need 1 stack. And so one thing I didn't do, and I totally forgot to do, was I wanted to upgrade my spawner in several other ways other than just applying that comparator to it so that it will be able to spawn faster. So what I can do is I can dig down here real fast and do that. I do need to be careful not to break my smeltery. Okay, so the base statistics of the spawner was the minimum delay was already 200 and then the maximum delay was 800. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to apply sugar, and if you remember from when I right clicked this earlier, that reduces the minimum delay. I'm going to reduce the minimum delay to be 20 ticks, and then I'm going to reduce the maximum delay by using clocks to 40 ticks. So basically this is going to spawn a lot of blazes should there be adequate space above the spawner to hold those blazes. So I will be able to produce blazing blood rather quickly with this system if all goes well. Also, I do need to have some lava in that tank, I believe. So I do need to get some lava in that, but there is a pool of lava very near here. If you look at my mini map up above, you can see it just above the water-filled crater that there is a pool of lava there, and that's where I'm just going to get a few buckets of lava. So let's grab the rest of the clocks here. And so this spawner is basically a super spawner at this point, which is pretty fantastic. And let's go ahead and fill this back in. I should not need access to down here again. If I do, I can just dig it out again. So it's not really that big of a deal. So let's go grab my lava. Actually, I'm going to take a snooze here. And I haven't used this bed in quite a while, but it is right here, so I might as well. And I do want to grab some lava. I think I might as well just grab 4 buckets worth. That way I can just fill that tank up. And then we can move on. And actually, you know what? There's not very much lava left here, so I'm just going to grab 2 buckets for right now. That should be more than enough. And let's... oh my goodness. Let's put some lava in here. And we actually might be able to see a little bit of the action just through this seared fuel tank here. So let's go ahead and turn this on. And let's see if we get any blazes. So right now I'm not hearing anything, so maybe they can't spawn in here. And in which case, I might need to rethink this system. So let me dig out down here to make sure that is getting its redstone signal and make sure I didn't break anything. So it does look like it's active. And they don't want to spawn in here. So that looks like a problem. Yeah, they definitely are not spawning in here. So... trying to think, how can I do this? How can I make them go into there? Maybe I could use like mob fans or something. Okay, so that might be how I have to do it. I might have to essentially set up some mob fans. I might have to spawn them in one area and then kind of fan them over to the smeltery here. So what I'm going to do right now is I'm going to make some of these things. I'm going to go back to my main base to do that, I think. I don't have feathers, so that might be a problem. I don't have very many feathers. I think I have a few feathers, but I don't have a lot. Okay, so I'm going to turn this off for right now. I'm clearly not spawning anything. I am going to leave this opened up so that I can... maybe I'm too close. I don't think I'm too close. And maybe it's too bright in there. Is there any way to check the brightness without actually letting the sunlight in? I guess there is one way, and that requires a blood sacrifice on my part. So let's jump in here. Yeah. So it is actually... okay, so the seared fuel tank is actually the providing light. So maybe that's my problem. So... is there a way to move this fuel tank so that I'm not getting light in all of... because I think the light level... actually, I might need to... okay, let me pull up the F7 key, which does the light level overlay, and make sure that that's my problem. I actually don't know if it is. And if I were to... okay, so that's interesting. Okay, let me out of here. Maybe I need somewhere for them to spawn in there. Oh, no, no, that's not what I wanted. So let me get rid of this guy. Okay, so I did get some blaze rods. Did I make any blazing blood? I did not. So let me pull those out. It does look like it is still active, even though I put some stone in here. Okay, so that's weird. What I might do is put a false floor of stone in there, and maybe the blazes will be able to spawn on that, because from this it looks like they are able to, or at least the light level overlay is showing that things can spawn on it. Maybe things just won't spawn on seared bricks. So that's kind of going to be the avenue I'm going to pursue real quick and see if that'll work. So I don't want anything spawning here, so let's do that. Blazes cannot spawn. They need two block spaces, I believe, to be able to spawn. So let's get some more stone, and let's quickly make a little area so that maybe blazes can spawn back here. Okay, so that made the smeltery inactive. And I'm not sure which block did it exactly, but maybe... Okay, so that was weird. It was active while I had blocks up here, but maybe if they're not on the bottom, it'll work. Yeah, okay, so this will give blazes a little space to spawn. And I don't know if that'll work, but I'm gonna try that real fast. Might as well. And also I want to torch this up here because I don't want mobs spawning up here. And let's turn this on and see what happens. I'm going to take another snooze. Oh, whoops. I did not mean to open that chest. Oh, wait. Is it... Okay, that makes sense. There's an eclipse. It is not. Okay, so we're not getting anything spawning, so that didn't work either. So it just looks like they cannot spawn in there, so I am going to need to go the fan route. So let's go ahead and let's kind of break this, and actually I will probably need to fan them in from the top. So let's go ahead and just set this to 7x7, and let's go ahead and just break this. And now let's set it to 5x5 so that I can break these without breaking any of the rest of the smeltery. And then what I'm going to do off camera, and I'm going to do this off camera real fast, I'm going to make some mob grinding fans here, or these mob fans from mob grinding utilities. They do look to be pretty easy to make. I'm going to make plenty of them, and I'm going to have to relocate my spawner to maybe something like up here, and then like blow them over and blow them down. That might be how I have to do this. And once I have the mob fans built, I will be right back. So I'm back, and I actually made 128 of these mob fans, and we can take a look at their effect by hitting the share area button, and it does push them, I think, about 5 blocks. So that is something, and that is definitely usable. I don't think I will need these upgrades, although it would be super nice to have them. I'm not going to be able to do that. So what we're going to do first off is I actually want to fix some of the durability on this, and I can do that simply by coming over here and placing a bronze ingot in there. And I can use bronze because obviously this pickaxe is made of bronze. So I want to pick up the spawner and move it because where it's at, it will not work. So what we're going to do is I am going to use my Silk Touch pickaxe, and let's see. So the statistics are what I expected. Minimum delay is 20, maximum delay is 40. It does require redstone. So let's go ahead and pick the rest of this up as well, because I do need to move all that. And let's go ahead and, oh, I meant to fill this in, and I don't have enough dirt to do that. That's okay. I can do this later. I'm just going to torch this up for right now. So what I'm going to do is I need to make a mob spawning chamber up here. And it's not going to be pretty, but it should be functional. So actually I do have a wand here. So a builder's wand or a diamond wand from the mod construction wand. And this allows me to place blocks. And if I hold shift and scroll, it has different modes here. And so I do want the horizontal mode here. I think I'm going to place, well, first off, I need to figure out exactly where I want everything. So I think these mob fans, I want them to be along this wall over here. And let me see here. So to be honest, I might be able to do this a little more simply than I am kind of thinking about right there. I don't know that I will have to build it off to the side. Actually, if I can go ahead and just build this kind of in the center here, this might be a better idea. So let me work from this first. So I'm gonna build this out, and I didn't mean to actually place that. So I do want to put the spawner. Let's put it on top of block space right here. Okay, so it's inactive. That is the middle, so that's what I wanted to see. I do want to get rid of this block right here, and I do need to lead redstone to it. So we're going to do something like this. And okay, so this isn't gonna look super great, but it should be all right. So my wall's gonna be like right here. If I have a repeater, I can actually send the redstone signal through the wall, I believe, which is what I was doing a little bit earlier. So I can put my lever out here. Okay, that looks good. It looks like it's active. So what I'm gonna do now is I'm gonna grab my wand, and we're going to set this to extend from any side. So actually I want to first off get rid of all these blocks over here. So let me set this to 7x7 mode. I think will work. So if I do that and then this, so I should be able to build just like up by using my wand on the extend any mode. So we're gonna do this, and I think I want one higher, and then what I'm gonna do is I'm going to put mob fans as the ceiling, and we can actually phase these down. So that's exactly what I'm gonna do. And if we show the area here, okay, so that one's kind of impeded, but if I go ahead and do one right here, let's go ahead and not show that area. It should push the mobs down into the abyss here. So that's what I'm gonna do. I do have this open, so let me go ahead and place down 49 of these. So this is, okay, there's gotta be a better way to do this. Cool. Oh, that's facing the wrong way. Can I wrench? I don't have a wrench, do I? Yeah, I don't have a wrench, so I'm going to have to get rid of these. And maybe I can just do the ones nearby for right now, and then I can kind of struggle bust the rest of them. Okay, so that is not ideal. And do these need redstone to operate? I just thought about that. Maybe they do. So let me grab a lever here. Yes, they do need redstone signal to operate, so I'm gonna have to, I don't know, just make the roof out of redstone blocks maybe? It's not gonna look super great, but whatever. So let's, just to make this easier, let's put a piece of stone here. So I do want to stop showing this area, hide that area. Let's go ahead and do a block over there. So sorry, this is taking forever. It seems to put all these mob fans in, but yeah. They don't take energy or anything, so that's pretty nice. They just need a redstone signal, it looks like anyways. So in all actuality, I could keep these blocks here, but they might impede the redstone fans, just lower these mob fans just a little bit. So the idea right now is for the blazes to spawn kind of above the actual where the seared, the smeltery actually is active, and then for them to be pushed down into where it is active. So that's the idea right now. And I think it'll work. I'm not 100% sure that it will work. Obviously the earlier plan was a little bit easier to deal with, them just being able to be spawned. Okay, so actually I need a way out of here. It doesn't super matter where I do that. And actually I could put 2 more fans like right here, just to, so that they're not actually like, the blazes aren't like stuck here. So I think that's a good idea. So let's get our way out of there. Let's come over here. Let's block this up, and let's see if we can get this party started. First off, I need redstone blocks. So I might have a bunch of redstone here. I do. Yeah, I have plenty of redstone to just make a bunch of blocks. So let's just go that route. That way these are always active. And I should be able to use my wand for this as well. So I do want to do this to build a row. Build a Is that right? Yeah, that's right. So let's just do this. And I do want torches up here so blazes aren't spawning on top. I don't think the spawn range is actually big enough for it to spawn them on top here. But just in case it is, I might as well put torches up here because you still do have to meet the spawn conditions of having a low enough light level. So let's go ahead and get this started. Okay, so I hear blazes spawning. Oh, okay, so they're being pushed down here. And fantastic. This is exciting. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to put a bunch of soul sand in here. Let's do half of my soul soil. And that should... Oh, I don't want these in here. Oh, that's... Okay, so I'm going to have to do something about the drops. Because the drops are going to fill these spaces, and I don't want them to do that. Although I don't know that it's really that big of a problem. Okay, so first off, I do need to pour out some blazing blood into a tank here, because I don't think they will alloy with the low lava level that I have. So let's put that in there. Let's pour this into the bucket. And this is how you pour things into buckets. It's kind of a weird process, but it works. So it does look like I'm out of lava, which I did not know if that would be a thing. Apparently it is. So let's place a tank here. I didn't even need to do that because the tank was empty. There. So this should alloy into soul lava, the liquid soul and the blazing blood. So that's cool. I am going to go ahead and turn this off because I do not need 5 buckets of soul lava. I just need a little bit. So that's really cool. This system is going to be super efficient. It won't take very long at all to get the soul lava that I need. So I do want to pour this into buckets right now. So let's go ahead and move this to the bottom. I'm just going to leave. You know what? I'm going to grab all this stuff. I can hold it in my inventory plenty fine. So that's really cool. This system will make soul lava pretty easily. So that is fantastic. I just obviously need to put in the soul sand or soul soil. Either will work. And so let's start pouring out some buckets here so that we can use it over here. So this is fantastic because what soul lava does, what it allows me to do is it allows me to make some of the more advanced alloys from Tinker's Construct and to melt down some of the more advanced materials such as vibranium. If you'll notice, I do have vibranium in my inventory here. So what I'm going to do first off is I'm actually going to make this taller. That way it can hold more materials, and then I'm going to work from there. Okay, this should just, yes, so now we have more capacity here. I do need to replace this tank, and the smeltery does operate, it does keep its inventory so long that you don't move the smeltery controller. So what we're going to do now is we're just going to place our new soul lava in here. And actually, I might even have a few things in my smeltery already that will alloy up. And actually, it doesn't look like I did. But there are some things that I want to do. So let me take a snooze so that I'm not attacked by mobs here in just a second, because we are outside. And let's make some new tools. So the next thing that I need to obtain is actually unobtainium from the end. And I'm not 100% sure what tool level I need to actually be able to mine that. So I do want to make sure that I have good enough tools that I can do that. So I'm going to make a Vibranium Pickaxe. So that will require 2 Vibranium ingots. And I'm not even open up to the GUI. And this should melt down pretty quick. If we take a look at the Vibranium here, to actually melt this down, let's find the smeltery here. We do need 2,500 degrees. The soul lava, I believe, provides 5,000 degrees of heat, so it is more than enough. The lava that I was using beforehand, it only provides 1,000 degrees of heat, so that would not have been enough to melt this vibranium down. So like I said, I do want to make a pickaxe. So let's grab this right here. Let's actually get rid of some stuff. I don't need the cobblestone. I don't particularly need the stone. I have good stone production. I didn't need these feathers that I grabbed. And I don't need very many of these mob fans that I made, so that was cool. Let's grab, I don't have, okay, so I have sand in here. I can make sand casts from the sand in here. Because I don't have regular casts made, so I believe, okay, so I don't, I did not need that many sand casts. I will never use that many sand casts throughout the entirety of the series. But what I can do is I can just place the spare sand casts in here. I am going to need plenty of sand casts for right now, so let's go ahead and place the sand cast down, place the pickaxe head in here. Let's grab that pickaxe head out, and now I can pour this vibranium into there. So meanwhile, I might as well go ahead and melt down the rest of my vibranium, because I am going to use this later on in the episode to build one more tool. And then I also want to make a cleaver, and that's what I'm going to make after I make this pickaxe. So to make the pickaxe, I need the head here, and let's get rid of that for right now. I need the head, come back pickaxe, and then I need a binding and a tool rod. I'm going to use wood for the tool rod, or whatever it's called anymore, I forget. The tool handle rather. So let's do that. Let's make a tool handle, and I get some sticks, and then let's make the tool binding out of wood as well, because it doesn't really matter, to be honest, what I make it out of. Just place my extra sticks into here, and let's make that pickaxe. So there we go. This is going to be a pretty stellar pickaxe. In fact, it's also a very good weapon, so that is cool to see as well. So let's make that. I'm not going to replace my bronze pickaxe as my everyday pickaxe, but I will use this in certain circumstances, such as when I'm mining more advanced things. So the next thing I want to make is actually a cleaver, and this will allow me to cut off heads of mobs. So what I need is a, and let's come over here to the part builder. I am going to need a broad blade, I'm going to need a large plate, and then I'm going to need 2 tough handles. So I'm going to make 1 tough handle out of vibranium, I'm going to make 1 broad blade out of vibranium, and then the large plate I'm going to make out of an alloy of cobalt and nether scrap, and I already forget what that alloy, oh, it's manulin, duh. So let's look up manulin so I can show you the recipe before I make it, because it is changed from the 1.12 version of this mod. It is now cobalt and molten debris makes manulin. So I need 8 ingots to do that. This will provide 6 ingots of cobalt, and this will be 2 ingots of the scrap, and that will combine to be 8 ingots of the manulin. And because of the soul lava, things just melt down super fast. So that's really, really cool. So let's grab the things that I need to make. So first off, I do need to make a broad blade, and I'm going to make that out of stone. And then I should have a large plate over here somewhere. I do have a large plate, and then I need a tough handle as well. Okay, so first off, let's make the blade, and I do want that to be out of vibranium, so let's pour that out. And then I'm going to do a plate next, and that will be made out of the manulin. And I'm choosing manulin as the secondary material because I can make it rather cheaply. I'm not using like any cobalt or ancient debris, to be honest. So there's that. Let's go ahead and make this plate, and I believe it provides good damage. So let's grab the manulin, and let's pour that out next. And then next I'm going to do a tough handle, and I'm going to make one of them out of wood and the other one out of vibranium. Vibranium just provides really, really good modifiers, so that's why I'm going to use vibranium, even though I don't have very much vibranium. So another reason I'm using vibranium for the sword blade is because its statistics are insane. Its attack damage is huge, and yeah, it'll just make a really, really mean cleaver. Okay, so I have a blade, I have a tool rod, I have a plate, and I need one more wooden rod. So let's do that. So tough handle, wood, there we go. So I have these sticks that I don't need. So let's go ahead and make this thing. So cleaver, I need this, one of those, and one of these. So as you can see, the durability is absolutely insane. I will never ever need to repair this thing. 42,000 durability, that's crazy. The attack damage is 102, which is insanity. The attack speed is also insane. So yeah, so this is going to be a mean weapon. So what we're going to do now is I'm actually going to reorganize how I have my inventory. I'm not going to carry my vein miner anymore. It's something I barely used anyways. So I'm just going to kind of toss that into here. So it looks like I got an achievement for making this pretty awesome manual and cleaver. So I do want to test this out. And I do have an area to where I can test that out. And that's my spawning chamber over here. So let's go ahead and throw things that I don't need anymore into here. I do want to keep this with me. Yeah, all the rest of this can go in my main enemy system, but all that is Tinker stuff. So let's throw that in there. What I can do is come over here and let's see the power of this bad thing. So what I want to do is turn this off. So I'm going to run with redstone signal. So that is off. And this is operating, but I believe it has like no range. So yeah, this isn't really going to kill anything except this Enderman really wants to be slaughtered, I guess. So let's actually turn the mob spawning off and let's start killing those. So yeah, it's just, look at that, one hit kill. It's one hit killing Enderman. So as you can see, that's pretty stellar. So yeah, this is a pretty stellar weapon. I don't think I got any heads or anything. And I should probably upgrade it a little bit with like luck and things because it does have some upgrades that I could do. But for right now, I'm going to call it good. I might upgrade it between episodes, I might not. The main thing is I want heads from this thing, and it does have severing too. Severing is a modifier that we can get organically through, and actually I can show you. Nope, I can't show you there. There's a book and it has, and I can't remember if it's puny smelting or this. So let's just take a look at both of these. So if we go back to the, okay, upgrades, yes. If we go to here, I can get severing on other things with necrotic bones, copper, and TNT. However, I don't have any necrotic bones now. I should definitely be able to get some now because I will be able to very comfortably take on withers now that I can, or not withers, but wither skeletons rather, because I will be able to one-shot them with this awesome cleaver. So that is pretty cool. So in today's episode, I set up this huge smeltery with a spawning chamber on top of it with fans that will push the mobs down into the smeltery, and the smeltery will do the killing of the blazes. And I'm doing that because that gives me blazing blood, and I can alloy that with liquid soul to get soul lava, which is a really fantastic, basically upgraded lava that I can use in a smeltery over here to get better materials such as vibranium. So if you enjoyed today's episode, feel free to drop a like down below. If there's anything I could have done better or differently, just let me know in the comments down below as I try to read all the comments. If you enjoy large-scale automation, definitely consider subscribing to my channel because that's typically what I do. Anyways, signing off, I am Minecraft Phenom 08, and I will see you next time.